Okay, this is for the ATZ mini work. My thoughts, ideas, changes, so on and so forth on Oriana, the Lady of the Clockwork. Or Eternals, yada yada, something Eternals, something something Eternals. Okay, let's take this one a little slower. This is already a fucking lie. Okay, damage magic, style mostly ability. I wouldn't even really say she auto attacks. So, I'd put this a little bit more ability. Difficulty 2, that's debatable. Once a curious girl of flesh and blood, oh, I did not know that, Orina is now a technology marvel compromised entirely of clockwork. She became gravely ill after an accident in the lower districts of Zon, and her failing body had to be replaced with piece by piece. Accompanied by an extraordinary brass sapphire, sphere, she built for companionship and protection. Oriana is now free to explore the wonders of Piltover and beyond. Kind of creepy. Oh yeah, but this super lie. So much lie. I'll agree. I agree. I agree. I sort of agree. This is 3. This is super 3. I don't care what anyone has to say. This is 3. Okay. Clockwork Windup. Orana's auto attack deal additional magic damage. This damage increases the more Orana attacks the same target. Yeah, like, honestly, this really isn't used that much. Command attack. Orana commands her ball to fire toward a target location, dealing magic damage to targets along the way. Deals less damage to subsequent targets. Her ball remains at the target location after. Okay. Command Dissonance. Orana commands the ball to release a pulse of energy, dealing magic damage around it. This leaves a field behind that speeds up allies and slows enemies. Command Protect. Oriana commands her ball to attach to an allied champion, shielding them and dealing magic damage to any enemies it passes through on the way. Additionally, the ball grants additional armor and magic resist to the champion it is attached to. Command Shockwave. Oriana commands her ball to unleash a shockwave, dealing magic damage and launching nearby enemies toward the ball after a short delay. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, Oriana's kit is basically not Oriana. It's the new champion is called Oriana's Ball, because everything she does is through the ball. Like, even her passive, which is the only thing that really involves her, is through the ball. So, one, I would love to just make a lot of smaller changes to Oriana, such as, I agree that this is what she should be, but this is not what she is. She does so much more damage, and I think things should be slightly more different. Such as, I think that she should be primarily a support and not a mid laner. I think that her kit should be focused mostly on doing CC and helping allies over anything else. So, such as, I would actually make her passive a little different. Such as, whenever she auto attacks in enemies, it does magic damage. Now, what this does is whenever an ally auto attacks the same champion or same enemy, it will do an additional magic damage. So it will do more magic damage not only when she auto attacks, but when your allies auto attack too. So honestly, that would be increasing damage, and it will be very very helpful when you have, an ADC by your side, because she should be a support. Then this is where things are gonna get a little tricky. So her command attack is basically just the way to move the ball. Yes, it damages everything that it goes through, but it really isn't anything that insane. The W after effect is the main primary thing that actually does a lot of damage and really hurts. The E is okay. The R is destructive, to say the least. But, so this is where, like, a little bit of an issue comes around. So, honestly, I think her R is fine. Her R should stay the same. I think that her R is ridiculously effective, especially in team fight scenarios, or if you have one ally that can go in harder than any other, just throw your ball onto him and then hit your R, and then, bam, you've now caught the entire enemy team. Plus, you can use your E on them and shield them and give them bonus stats. So, it's a bit annoying, to say the least. So, but I want to organize her so that she's actually in this. So such as command attack. I don't want to do any big changes. I don't want to do any like let's rework her type of changes. I only want to do little things that aren't going to have the huge effect on her, but are going to have a bit of an effect on her, such as I said with her passive. But then I don't want her to be like the star player. Okay, so command attack, I would not only have it be, I'd have it so that like passively when the, passively, who like the orb that she is on. Okay, I'm gonna slightly change this up. Just ignore everything I've said before. Okay, her passive is will be like the orb's assistance, something like that, or like her spear friend's assistance. That every auto attack or whoever has a spear, their auto attacks will do an additional magic damage. Their auto attacks will do increased magic damage to that same target every single auto. So it'll be her passive, but anyone can have for passive as long as they have the spear. The command attack. She will command her orb to move to a set set distance. Okay. Whoever the orb hits, you will do an additional damage to them, but it will only be whoever has the orb. Such as if Orianna has the orb and she uses her Q and her Q hits Victor as it's shown on the screen, then now whenever she auto attacks Victor, it will do increased damage because she's the one that's doing it. But if an ally has the orb and she throws the orb at him and it hits him, then the ally will do increased damage. Command dissonance, her W. That one I do think should be a little bit different. Because I don't really like the way it works. So this is where I think the Orianna herself needs to be added into her kit a little bit more. Command dissonance will be her orb does a little shockwave, just as it is before, around whoever is around it, and it'll just do damage. But if it is on Orianna, the shockwave will do exactly what it does currently, where it will increase it'll increase the movement speed of allies, and it will slow the movement speed of enemies. Okay, sounds fine. But the next part is the thing that I really kind of want to do is if she just has the orb. So if she just throws out the orb in general and hits her W, then it'll just do the pulse around him. If she throws out or if she has the orb around her and she hits her W, it will do the slow and increased movement speed for allies. If an ally has the orb and she uses the dissonance, it will cause I don't want to say a chain reaction, but it will cause the enemies around her to not be slowed, but they will do less damage, and Orianna will do more damage to them. So she'll be able to throw that onto an ally, use her W, burst around them, and then now they'll be doing less damage, and then you will be able to auto-attack them and do more damage to them. And then, once you use your Q, if you use your Q from your ally, now your ally will be doing more attack damage to them. So, yeah. And then, honestly, her E, I would keep about the same. I would just make a buff, maybe such as she auto-attacks faster if she gives her shield to herself. Or maybe, she can throw it to allies, and whenever she puts it on an ally, it gives them bonus magic resistant armor. But if she throws it on herself, it'll give her bonus attack speed. Or vice versa. And then I said I keep her R the same. So I understand that it is a pretty big change because it changes literally everything about her. But I do think that it is overall kind of necessary because I think it brings her into her own kit a little bit more, and then it makes her more of a support over an actual mage. I'm not going through, I'm not doing a recap, just nope. Change, stay the same. Okay, let's go to her skins. Regular Orianna. Gothic Orianna, I think, is just creepy. Sown Chaos Orianna, I think, is even more creepy. Bladecraft Orianna is still creepy. TPA Orianna is okay. Winter Wonder Orianna, honestly, I do think is pretty nice. Heartseeker Orianna, yet again, I believe is a good skin. And Dark Star Oriana is a fantastic skin. And then we have Victorious Oriana, which is yet again, I believe, a good skin. So, honestly, I believe her worst skin is the Gothic. Her second worst skin is Stone Chaos. Her third worst skin is Bladecraft. Her fourth, it literally goes in order, and it just gets better, in my personal opinion. Like, it starts out at like a solid 1, then goes to a 2, then a 3, then a 4, then a 6, then a 7, then an 8, then a 9. It literally just gets better every single time. And, you know, I'd love to go into detail about what I like about each one of these things, such as, like, little aesthetics, little things that they do, the actual blades, stuff like that, what make things look like, yada, yada. I really like the spinning blades, but I'm not going to go into that. So, yeah, Eternals. I don't know why I mention these every time, but I like doing it. So, yeah. And that has been Oriana. I'm not going over her abilities again. You're just going to have to listen to the video 1,000 times to really feel like it. This is wrong. This is okay. This is a little bit wrong. And, yeah. Thank you all very much for watching. I'm going to bid you all adieu. Goodbye.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids scream